Hey guys, welcome. Today we're going to be checking out the Hogs Axis 400X. This is the helicopter you see in front of me here in color black and orange. This is a 4-channel helicopter. My second entry into 4 channels. Most of what I've flown so far has been 2 or 3 channels. So this is I'm trying to have fun with it, but I would say it's more of a challenge to fly because, first, for me, for the most part, I'm trying to get more used to using this throttle control to control the side movement for the helicopter. But before I get into all that, let me just go through what comes in the box, which is basically these 2 main things, and then you get some extra parts. They give you an extra blade, and that's about it. I think you get an extra blade for the tail also. And one of the reasons why I purchased this helicopter is because for the most part, a lot of the mini and 3 channels that I have, they have a back rotor, but it's not to the side like you see on here. It's not to the side, it's always at the top right here. Let me show you an example. See, most of your basic mini helicopters will have a rotor back here and it will be on top, and that's to control forward and backward movement. But this one I thought looked more like a helicopter because it had the side blade. Okay, so with this helicopter, now a dirty little secret you should know, I can tell when I look at some of the helicopters branded by Hogs, there's a company called Silverlit in Europe, and I believe they're the real manufacturer and designer for these helicopters because I've bought a Silverlit before and I know what their design and their remote control looks like. And this definitely looks like something that came from Silverlit. But it is branded by Hogs, so that's a funny little fact you should know. So with the helicopter, again, it's not your standard design, as you can see. It looks something more futuristic. You get only one blade. Again, because of this design of the side tail rotor, you get only one blade and then a stabilizer at the top here. There's an LED light right here, and you can turn that on and off from the remote control. And this is where you charge it. There's a charging port right at the bottom here, and then you've got your on and off switch also at the bottom. And that is it for the helicopter. For the remote control, this is your remote control that comes with it. Again, your throttle is on the left here, and it's not springed because, again, they want you to be able to control the altitude by yourself. Now, the thing with 4-channel is, although you have directional control here where you can go left to right and then forward backwards, you also have a side-to-side control on the throttle, which, again, if you're just coming up into 4 channels, that's something you'd have to train your fingers to do. So you get that, and then in the middle here, you have your on and off switch, which allows you to turn the remote control on. Also stands as your charger because this is the only way you can charge the helicopter. And then you've got your channels. You can switch to either channel B or A. And then in the middle here, you've got your trim. Let me move it up a little bit so you can see. This is how you trim the helicopter. And then you've got your light switch. You can turn that on and off. And this small casing here is where you have your charging cable. This is where you charge the helicopter, and let me show you. It's simple. It's just plugging it in. And that's one thing, honestly, when I look at all of the RC market and specifically the mini helicopter market, I think Silverlit has some of the best designs in the market, my opinion. And the reason why I say that is because everything is so simple. There's no craziness in terms of the design and also the packaging. They make everything pretty accessible and very easy to use. So that's something. So shout out to Silverlit for that. Although, again, this helicopter is branded as an Hogs helicopter, but it's clearly designed by Silverlit. Okay, and then you've got your battery housing back here. I believe this takes 4 or maybe 6. It's screwed in, so I can't tell you right now, but it's 4 to 6 AA batteries in there. And the instruction says that once you've flown the helicopter and say you flew it and then the battery dies, allow about 15 minutes cooling time before you actually plug it in to charge it. And obviously always remember to turn the helicopter off to charge it. Now, before I show you how this thing flies, I have to say that I'm somewhat of a beginner when it comes to 4-channel. That's one. And two, this helicopter, as neat as it looks in terms of design and the functionalities of it, it's not the best flying helicopter. I have more fun with the 3-channel. And again, I could be biased because I'm more used to a 3-channel helicopter. But even for a 4-channel, this thing, it's not as stable. And part of it is because it's very light. And also when you see when I try to go forward or backwards, it doesn't move as fast. So I guess having that tail upper rotor does a good job, a better job, I would say, in moving the helicopter back and forth. But in terms of the functions of this, it's not the best controllable helicopter. It's very slow when you say move right or left or forward and backwards. It's not the quickest. So, but again, it does what it's supposed to do. And I believe this one came in at $40, $39.99 from Toys R Us. Again, I love the design of it. Now let me show you how it flies. So one thing I would say about this helicopter is that it likes to go left. It drifts left whenever you take off. So ultimately you want to try to pull upward, so it goes this way kind of whenever you take off from it. And that's probably because of the wash of the blade, both the tail blade and the upper blade. So but let's get it up and see how she does. So you see, again, the fact that I'm still somewhat of a beginner, I probably have to trim it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just trim it. Let's pull forward. And it's some right, a lot of right rudder. But yeah, again, as a beginner, you're not gonna have much fun with this because it takes some time to even learn how to control it. Let me get it up, see, it's all over the place. Holy crap. Okay, so forward. I'm still trying to get it trimmed out a little bit more. And it's a lot of right trim there. So forward movement is okay. Let me show you the movements. I need to get into a more open space here. Okay, come back down. I can't even show you some of the movements because I'm still learning how to fly this thing. But you can turn, you basically turn. Your left to right turn is through the throttle here, and then it gets pretty stable once you get it up, and then your vertical movement, let me turn it, you can go like that and then like that to the right and left, and then you can come, hold on, let's get it out of there, you can go forward, come backwards. Again, it's not the quickest, but once you get better control or know how to fly a 4-channel, this should be easy. But for a beginner like myself, it's a little challenging at first. But there it is, guys. This is your Hogs 400X helicopter. Hope you guys enjoy the video. I'll catch you on the next one.